so I figured that this is my Paper Reads channel, so let's go with the paper, right? 5-star beans makes other beans taste half baked, but it probably said to me, right, that if it makes other beans, and if you are a bean, and anyway, if you are a bean, let's see, right, then we've got Kyogo has scored for Celtic as usual. Brendan Rodgers, kids must keep calm and carry on. Brendan Rodgers said he had put death watch by the media leading to Celtic's 1-0 win over Rangers Ibrox. So he had honestly gone and said that, so he says and that, but I'm sick of his face. Is anyone sick of his face? The Hoops went into the Premiership game on the back of a loss Kilmarnock in the Viaplay Cup and a home draw to St. Johnstone, but Kyogo Furuhashi, the Furuhashi, he smoked that much hash, gives another tenner's bit, and tenner's bit late first strike stretched their lead over Rangers to 4 points. So their lead over Rangers is 4 points. This is exactly what I'm saying. I'm skipping that. Honestly, I can't believe this, because nobody said, right, that we don't support Celtic, right? Everyone jumped on that bandwagon when we have a royalty in this country. Rangers were a pig team, right? That they would like to relax a bit with their pig and stuff like that. And then they come and bring Celtic about that they're gonna beat them anyway or something like that. Then I'd like to know that there's freaking hurricanes going on all over the place. There's just not, man, eh? Super sub sink. Sorry, Dons, to give Hibs a boost, right? So that was a good day for me in a way, because to tell the truth, I just honestly figured out for me, right, at this point, right, what do you think? You don't think you gave me anything? You've not got anything to give in that, eh? And I did everything I could for the Hibernian to beat Aberdeen, which are a shit team. Aberdeen are the shittest team in the whole of Scotland, man, eh? But if you want to see the Ganesh mantra, then obviously it's good for that, right? It's good for that, right? You could mix it up the Ganesh mantra and then say a beach mantra, things like that. But to tell you, that never worked for me either. So I've never really been much of an Aberdeen fan for many, many years at all, man, eh? Mackay, he is honestly being the Scotland manager, right? His face is prominent to me, right? Maybe talking about Brendan Rodgers. Brendan Rodgers, have you ever been a Scotland manager or a Republic of Ireland manager or a Northern Ireland manager? No, you've not. You've been a Leicester City manager. You've been absolutely minced, right? Mackay, happy to see you repeat. Malky Mackay has urged his Ross County side. Ross County, that made it fantastically at the end of the season to hump Partick Thistle. Honestly, destroy them at the end of the season, right? They moved up to 5th in the Premiership. 5th is good. Is good for a team like that. Maybe if, personally, I think they're a bit of a Dundee FC, right? But they use red, right? Then red was not even that bad a colour, but it was to tell the truth, when you tell people about red and Dundee FC, they just don't, and that. They don't really tell people about that colour and that, eh? Yeah. Had equalised for Killeaver, but it was chalked up by Kevin Cleese. Had already blown to award penalty, but that's the referee. Ross Laidlaw then saved Danny Armstrong's spot kick. Mackay above said, to come down here and get the win leads itself to having more consistency to us than last season. Right, so he said, right, that if they didn't have consistency last season, I think they did. I think they did, it kind of worked out to me, right, that should have been written out Kevin Cleese, and honestly ripped him a new one, and I didn't read it like that, right? Then that's really what I'm striving for, more consistency within the group. A couple of ones that I had bought a bit more of level head of them, a few players, right, that you're talking if they would make it into the Lionesses under 21 squad or something, probably, but in the sense, right, that you talk about really good players here, right? You are talking about really good players all around the board, and I'm trying to like stick to me maybe you know what about the Lionesses. They said if a League 3 team would beat them 12-1 and that, hey, it's not really correct. It's not really correct. We're still talking about the sort of Fox that they play for the Lionesses or something like that, and they've been bumped. They've been bumped for the Lionesses. They've been bumped. Everyone knows if you'll jump in the river and forgive them, right? Then, my God, I jumped in the river. AKA, like, jumped in the river, hashtag jumped in the river, like, hey, selfie face, Sky Cowie, Indy Cowie, jumped in the river, forgave the Lionesses. There you go, right? So, anyway, sporting brief, is a golfer, he has won the Ryder Cup, is it? Ludwig Ardbeg won the European Masters, right? The European Masters. We're not really interested in that because, to tell the truth, we've got to talk about his name, Shubhan Kar is the Indian golfer that made it is a career record for also the whole of India if tied in the Open, right? And if Rory McIlroy apparently finished like second or third or something like that. But I was saying that if that was a career record for him, right? But if Shubhan Kar is honestly said, if you can carry a lot more weight than that for him, nobody can, mate. Like, if you tell him to, like, lighten the load and, like, everything, like, it'd be like discussions like, would you lighten the load, son? Then you honestly jumped on the bandwagon, like, will you increase the load? Like, nobody can do that. Shubhan Kar, like, everyone's going to do the job that they can do, and they're going to do it the best for you as well. They still are. They're going to do the best job that they can for you, but they can't really increase the load or lighten the load or anything like that. They can't lighten it. Then let's say Eubank Jr. leaves. I don't want to hear about him. This is Bale, right? Bale for Rangers, right? They're wanting rid of him, right? I seen if the famous player, what's his name? Prize some like Toriander Flo or something like that, right? He said that if get rid of him straight away, right? But it doesn't seem to me with my video right now that we're saying get rid of him that much, to tell the truth. Then, all right, so I've seen, right, they're trying to get rid of him, right? Or have they already got rid of him to a team in like Saudi Arabia? Where are they trying to make a Saudi Arabian team, right? Where you see, right, they said, the Super League, and it's actually better than the Champions League in that, right? And I said, nonsense in that, hey? But like at the end of the day, right, they're going to buy him as well, right? He's scored another goal, what's his name? Salah, right? So like if Salah is actually to buy like a zakat and that, in Islam, right? If you pay Salah, right, is like a 10% value to your business, right? When you go and tell the mandir or like the masjid, you tell them, right, then I have exactly 253 million or something like that, right? Then you pay them 253 pennies or something like that, right? It's something like that. And if Salah, and he's going to a team like that in Saudi Arabia, right, where they already have Cristiano Ronaldo, which is at the end of his career, Liverpool 3-0, Aston Villa 0. If Aston Villa and they beat the Highbees really badly, and if, to tell the truth, it doesn't really make 100% sense, I'm making me discussion there like that, then a bit about tennis, like probably like my discussion, right, about tennis, right, is like, if you tell me about like a really good tennis tournament that's on, son, I said, no, son, no, sir, maybe say for example, right, to tell the truth, I think that the WTA is fantastic. I think it's really, really well done and stuff like that. They only make 200 grand, or something like that, right? But I said, I'll talk to you about that, and I've got a really good discussion for you, right? And these people, right, they're actually Freemasons in that, eh? And I've told them to their face, right, if that's worse than Islam, that's worse than a Prodi, that's worse than a Roman Catholic. Like, and then you get Jews and stuff. Jews are better than Roman Catholics. Yeah, like, so like this is a bit of a discussion here in the paper for me, right? Is like a WTA kind of thing like that, right? And there you go, right? Then we've got, oh, he looks like, yeah, Marcus Rashford. He's playing for a team that is actually, yeah, that is Manchester United, yeah. But they look like they've been painted like some team like, so if there are actually painting teams, like, I don't think that Manchester United have been the actual team to be painted at this point to say, you have been painted like that. And when Arsenal beat you 3-1, yeah, maybe then you're going to another club. But that doesn't seem to me like somebody come and paid 200 freaking million for you. Then probably going to skip, because we're talking about motorcycling and things like that. Then that's my paper review.